I kind of wanted to come on here barefaced. I know if you follow me on Twitter, which you should follow me on Twitter, I made a tweet that I was like, I am not in the mental headspace to get in front of my camera without makeup on. That was yesterday, which is why my clips were very short yesterday. It's just been a rough couple days, and Wednesday, which you guys would have seen me like get ready for it, but Wednesday was my first day of school, like back to school, and my first day of class. And class went really well. It was interesting because it's a graduate class, so for those who don't know, I'm in grad school and I'm going into my second year now of grad school, and my program's only 2 years, so it's my last year. The professor for this particular workshop class is actually also my supervisor for my thesis, so it's kind of nice that I'm working with someone, like I get to work with her twice as much and get extra feedback. So that's nice. But yeah, she does this tradition, I guess, where she takes her graduate class out for breakfast on the first day of school or classes. And then we just kind of get to know each other for a little bit and talk about the course and the expectations. So different, obviously, from like regular undergrad where like you meet in a classroom and this and that. I find I'm liking this part of grad school a lot, but anyway, it was a good first day. I'm excited to get started in the course. My first assignment is actually due today. So because the class is made up of second year grads, me, and also first year graduates, the second years kind of took the reins and we're like, we'll do our first submissions because most of us already have projects that we're working on or that are close to completion, so we could use more feedback. So my first assignment is due today. So I think I'm gonna go to Starbucks, get my PSL obviously, and then work on that before I turn it in today. Again, most of it's done. I just need to go in and reread the first couple pages of my work before submitting it. So that's the plan for today. It's also throughout this week, and this vlog is Zodiac-a-thon, which I was planning to participate and I still kind of want to. Kind of depends, I guess, if I read. So, because I'm also doing the read-along for the Raven Cycle that is hosted by Books and Lala. I read The Raven Boys many, many years ago, and then I remember buying the second book, but I don't know if I actually read the second book, so I just figured this will be a good way to read the series. But I don't remember The Raven Boys being boring. Like I'm bored right now. I'm listening to the audiobook and I'm just bored by it. So I'm hoping things pick up. I mean, I know they will because I remember the events that happened in the first book, like vaguely. I kind of have two things that I'm reading that are just up in the air, I guess. So I'm also, that day that school started, I stopped at the bookstore and I bought Nevernight. Everyone, I'm sure, knows what Nevernight is, but if you don't, Nevernight is an adult fantasy book written by Jay Kristoff. And I've just heard so many good things about it. It's Natalie's favorite book. A lot of my friends on book Twitter, it's their favorite book. So I wanna see what the hype's about. So I bought that. I did start that, but it's not on my TBR for the Zodiac-a-thon. So I got about close to 30 pages in, and I remember getting to the end of it and I was like, man, I only read this much. It feels like I've read so much of it already. But yeah, so I got 30 pages into that. And then last night I started another book, which actually is on my Zodiac-a-thon TBR, and I got it in the mail yesterday. And that was the sequel to Frostblood. I don't know if I read Frostblood in a vlog here, but I got it from the library. Anyways, fell in love with that book, and immediately ordered the second book on Amazon. Here's what I really love about that book and that series, because it doesn't have great reviews on Goodreads. I guess it would be considered kind of like trashy YA, I guess. It just follows a lot of the YA tropes that, you know, were really huge in like 2011, 2012. And what I was going to say is, like, the great thing about this series, for me at least, is I can fly through them. Like, when I started Frostblood, which is the first book in the series, and I got that one from the library, I'm pretty sure I made it like the first night, in one night, because I was like, I'll just read a few pages before bed. And I'm pretty sure I got, if not exactly halfway through the book in one night. So, like, that's exciting. I like fast, easy books like that. And I don't know, it just makes me digest the story a lot better if I can, you know, fly through it quickly. But yeah, yesterday was a tough mental day for me. It was one of those days where, like, you know you have a million things to do, but no motivation or energy to do any of them. And then, you know, once most of the day is gone and you're reflecting back on your day, you're like, why didn't you just do it? You know, like, why do you make things difficult for yourself and not just do the things that you need to do? So, you know, that was my day. But we're picking ourselves back up today, and it's a whole new day. So I'm gonna go finish my face and then we'll get out of here. Hey guys, so much later in the day now, I am home, I am changed, and I just want to update you guys. So I'm currently kind of reading 3 books, but more 2 than 3. I'm listening to the audiobook for The Raven Boys, as I said before, and I haven't made any progress on that today. Haven't made any progress in Nevernight, but I think I'll read more of this tonight. And I've been reading this mostly today. This is the sequel to Frostblood, which I read last week, I think, a week and a half ago. And I'm now 117 pages into this, really enjoying it so far. Again, it's like that weird trashy YA from like the not early 2000s, but it's like 2011, 2012. It has that vibe to it, and I'm really enjoying it so far, so I'm looking forward to getting more into this. But for now, got my drink with me. This is the same like lemon tea that I made in my last reading vlog. It's not like anything special, it's literally just slices of lemon with some sugar in there, and it's like your own homemade lemonade. It's super good though. I highly recommend it. It's very easy to just make, and you kind of feel like you're drinking lemonade, and which you are anyway. So right now I'm just going to continue to drink more of this, and I'm also going to get started with dinner. I've just been feeling more adventurous in the kitchen, so I'm having more fun making my own things at home rather than buying out. So like last weekend I was really craving a chicken sandwich, like crispy chicken sandwich. Instead of buying one through fast food, I decided I want to try and make them at home. So it was really good, and my boyfriend really loved them, so I'm going to make them again today for dinner. So that's what I'm gonna do. I've got these ladies here as well with me while I cook. It's been a fun time hanging out with them, especially because I do nothing else on Fridays besides watch YouTube, so this is a nice break. So in here I have my chicken that is marinating, and I just put milk, a little bit of honey mustard in here, and just a bunch of different spices, whatever you prefer to spice your chicken with. So I just let it marinate in that, and then I'll show you later when I lay out the flour to coat the chicken. I'll add in the same spices that I added in here just to give it like extra flavor, I guess. So, yep. Good morning. Yes, there's a broom in the background. No, I'm not moving it. You know what fucking sucks? Missing people sucks. And of course that means feelings suck, but mostly missing people sucks. I just woke up today and with this like I miss my parents moment. 24 years old and I still get these moments of like I need my parents, I need my mom, I need my dad. No shame, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just one of those days apparently, and my hair is a mess, my life's a mess, and I'm crying because I miss my family, and I miss my mom, and I miss my dad. And listen, if anyone takes anything away from this clip specifically, like, don't take the time that you have at home for granted, because holy shit, you guys, once adulthood is literally the worst. And like, you don't realize how good you had it until you're gone from that and you have to adult. But like, man, it's just one of those days. Anyways, I did work out this morning because I thought, hey, maybe working out will give me a different reason to cry. It's Monday. Last week, vlogging just didn't happen. It happened a little, but I don't know. I'm in a weird space right now. Kind of a creative rut in terms of my channel and videos and content and stuff. Content. Like, I don't do it. I vlog. I do reading vlogs because that's the kind of content I do. But anyways, yeah, it was just been a tough week. I started school last week, and financially I'm not doing well right now just because I'm a dumb bitch. That's pretty much the only reason. So what do we do naturally when we're in financial crisis and we're missing our parents and it's a beautiful, gloomy, rainy day out? We go to Starbucks. I guess this is the part where I out myself and I say that the clip that you saw earlier in the vlog of me saying, yo, my makeup's did, my face is done, I'm going to Starbucks now, I didn't actually go because I hate myself. Like, I'm a mess, you guys, and I've honestly considered scrapping this vlog multiple times because I know going back to edit it, I'm gonna hate clips like this. I'm gonna hate myself even more. But I also wanted to keep it because, God, I'm like a broken record, but I've always said that I started this channel mainly for myself, mainly to document my adventures in Canada and my experience of going back to grad school, because there's a lot that I've experienced in my undergrad that I only have in memory now because I didn't document things enough. It's something as so silly as like I didn't take enough pictures, or I didn't, for whatever reason, you know, we live in an era where like technology is literally everywhere and we can document so many things in so many different ways. And I chose not to document certain things that I wish I had. So moral of the story, I'm going to document this because it's part of the process, right? Anyways, I'm going to get ready. I'm not going to even mess with my hair. Like, it's just going to be like this today. Holy shit. Okay, maybe not. I'll do something with it if it's like I put it up in a ponytail or something, but just because of the weather, I don't want to do too much to my hair. So, yeah, I'm going to get dressed, get ready, put on maybe a little bit of makeup. I tell myself before I put on a full face. And then we'll head out of here. And I am determined to actually like step outside of this house and go out somewhere. Like, enough is enough of me saying I'm going to go out somewhere and then not going. So I guess this vlog will hold me accountable. And then I'll come back and tell you if I went or not. or I'll actually vlog me going. Who knows? Hello guys. So I think it's safe to say that this vlog is a failure. And that's okay. I'm okay with it being a failure. The real theme of this vlog has been, can I really leave my house? Like ever. So the last clip where I was like, I'm gonna go to Starbucks, it's happening. I didn't go. I ended up being in a phone call with my mom for an hour, and then after that I cleaned my kitchen. So yeah, it didn't happen. But I mean, one, I cleaned my kitchen. That's pretty good. I think the kitchen needed cleaning. So and second, I listened to more of my audiobook while I was cleaning the kitchen. So again, you know, like, one thing fails, but another thing succeeds. So now 50% of the way through The Raven Boys. This is my second time reading The Raven Boys. I gave it 5 stars when I first read this years ago. It just baffles me that I'm struggling so hard. And now I can't tell if it's, now that I'm 50% of the way in, I can't tell if it's me and like my mental state or if it is the book. Like, it's just boring. Like, I just want things to pick up a lot faster. But I just kind of feel like that's the thing with this first book, is that it does happen slower. But I'm 50% of the way through, so it doesn't seem worth it to just DNF it now, so I'll just keep reading it. I'm sure the readathon they're way ahead by now, I'm sure, and there's no way I'm going to read all 4 in a month. But maybe I can read 2 and then read the next 2 next month. So anyways. However, I did finish a book yesterday. So yesterday, I think it was yesterday. I'm losing track of my days now. So I finished a book yesterday. I finished Fire Blood by Ellie Blake. I gave it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I think the series is kind of gearing up to be my new favorite series. Which is so interesting because the first book in this series does not have great ratings on Goodreads. This one has a little bit better ratings, but not that great. And I don't know, I just feel like this is kind of an underrated series, but also I can understand why a lot of people wouldn't like it. I said this before, I think in the review like a mini review that I wrote on Goodreads for the first book. I might have mentioned it on this vlog too, but this is very reminiscent of like early 2011, 2012 YA books that a lot of us are familiar with, that reading today we would probably not like as much. This feels very much like that, which I think might be what I needed right now. I think it's playing on like nostalgic tropes that I hadn't read in a really long time, and I think it's working for me. It has a lot of the things that I love, which yesterday as I finished this book, I was telling my partner that, oh my god, the book that I'm writing has the same kind of elements, which is I always love a training montage. Like, any format of like, we need to train, you need to train, you need to hone your powers, control them, you know. I love that shit. I eat it up. So the first book had it. This book also has more training montages in them. I call them training montages, but it's like, you know, chapters worth of training. And I love those. So if you don't like those and you feel like they're kind of a waste of time, you won't like the series. It also has like that not really like chosen one trope, but kind of a little bit like a chosen one trope. Again, I like the chosen one trope. My book also has a chosen one trope, kind of, like a darker twist on a chosen one trope, but like, I like that kind of stuff. So this book also has that. There's also this, like, I don't know if it's really considered a trope, more than it's like a characteristic of the characters, but where the main character is more powerful than she or he or they even anticipated. I just think that that element of surprise, that you are more than what you think, I love that. I love it so much. That's also in here. So this book really does have all of the tropes and all the characteristics of YA that I love, YA fantasy specifically. So I think for me, that's why this book succeeds so much, and this series does. It's so fast-paced to read. It, like, you just get sucked in so quickly, and then you read through it really quickly because it's so fast-paced. And I think, again, that's great. Like, that helps you digest a book a lot faster, a lot quicker, and you don't have as much time to sit there and be like, man, things aren't happening, it's getting boring. You're constantly moving forward, constantly like, okay, well, what's going to happen next? And so I really love that about this series. So one thing I also want to mention, because I think there's a lot in here that people would not like, and it's very, like, the things that I like about this book and this series are very super specific, but I know that there are things people would not like. So for instance, in this book specifically, there is kind of a love triangle. It's a love triangle, but it's very, like, I don't know. I hesitate to call it a love triangle just because, well, first of all, the interactions between the third person are actually very minimal. At least in a romantic sense. Like, this person that is considered the triangle, you know, the one that creates the triangle, is present in the book a lot, but not really in a romantic sense. The romantic element is very minimal, because this is a person that's, like, training them, and, like, there's a lot at stake if they both fail in this. So for that reason, it doesn't feel like a love triangle. But then when the romantic elements rear their head, it's brief, it's very short, and I don't want to say, like, you can tell that this main character obviously loves the first person a lot better or a lot more, but you kind of get that sense. So in that way, it never really felt like a true love triangle to me. It just kind of felt like, I really love this person, but given my current circumstances, you're kind of a good option. Like, you're the logical option for me. And so I think that gets played out, like, it's touched on here, but I think it's definitely going to be played out a lot more in the third book. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that works. But again, that didn't put me off to the story. If you're not a fan of love triangles and you think maybe this one could be worth it because it's not too, like, in your face, I would say give it a try. If you're, like, adamant about, like, no, I cannot do love triangles, not ever since the Twilight fiasco, then just don't do it. Just fine. Skip the series. It's not for you. But anyways, I loved it. 4 out of 5. Can't wait to read the last one. Yeah, I think it's the last book in the series. So anyways, yesterday it rained all day. I was going to go out and it rained all day. That's just my life now. I'm going to try again today. This entire vlog is me just trying to get out of my house. Like, that's the goal. The goal is to get out. So let's do that. I put my clothes on. I put some makeup on that I don't look dead. My hair is a mess, but it's always a mess. So I'm just gonna get my shoes on and pack up my stuff, and let's just all take a collective deep breath together, okay? We just gotta step outside. Just step outside. Just take a foot outside, and the rest is easy, right? Can anyone relate to this, or am I just, like, that inept that I can't... Is that the right word? I think so. That I can't even leave my house. Depression blows, dude. Like, I can't... And at this point, I can't even tell if it's depression, social anxiety, or... I mean, it's probably both at this point, honestly. But... Whatever. Let's go.
Yeah, like in the movies, right? Yeah.
I did it, guys. I made it out of the house. You saw there was proof. I took videos and, well, video clip. And it was really chill, and I went and got a pumpkin, like, iced coffee. I know there's like the delicious, fantastic, beautiful cold brew version, because pumpkin cold foam, 10 out of 10. But I felt like I wanted to get a venti, but I knew the cold brew would be too much caffeine for me. So I just did a venti iced coffee with pumpkin and then the pumpkin cold foam. And then the guy that was working there was like, oh, have you never tried the cold brew version? And I was like, I'm just gonna play dumb. So I said that I hadn't, and then he made me one and was like, try it. So I got a free one. But yeah, other than that, I worked on stuff for school. I had to send a couple emails, and now I'm back home. I didn't listen to any more of the Raven Boys because I don't feel like it. Am I in a reading slump? No, because I finished a book. So not really. I'm just a slow reader. I read books really slowly. So that's just kind of where I'm at. For now, I think I want to focus on Nevernight because I'm still in the same spot that I was earlier in the weekend. I forgot when I started it, either Friday or Saturday. Anyways, I'm gonna read more of Nevernight, but that's gonna be it for this vlog. It was all over the place. It was a mess. I didn't do too much reading, I say, even though I finished a book, which is awesome, but for an entire week and only finishing one book, I'm a little, I don't want to say disappointed in myself because that like breeds more negative thoughts for me, but I just thought I would be able to finish more books. But it's just been a hectic week, mental health wise. So, and you can tell obviously because it took me how many days to leave my house. But yeah, I'm hoping I keep this streak of being able to leave my house going, so follow me on Twitter to find out. All my social media links are down below, by the way, if you want to follow me. I do kind of like, I'm trying to do like mini reviews on my Instagram stories. I saw Allie from she changed her channel name recently, so I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. It's Allie M Books, I think. I'll leave her link down below if you want to check her out, and her Instagram because aesthetics. But I know that when she finishes the book, she does like mini aesthetic picture things, and then she'll put like the rating she gave the book, and a little bit of her thoughts. So I did one for, let me show you. I did one for Fire Blood, which was the book that I finished. So again, it was on, where am I going? It was on my Instagram page, but I just did like a little photo aesthetic of it, a little quote from the book, and then my star rating for it. And it was a lot of fun. I think it's a good way to kind of recap what you read, and like, I don't know, I just always like doing aesthetic boards for like my own stories, so I thought it would be cool to do for the books that I read. That's it. That's all I got. I'm a mess. This vlog's a mess, but hopefully there will still be people that will watch it and resonate with it, connect with it, feel, sympathize, all that good stuff. So please consider subscribing to my mess of a channel. I'd super appreciate it. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my awesome, super creative next video. Bye.